Today we're going to talk treats, and basically treats are something that I use when I train a dog to either keep the dog's attention, or I use as a positive reinforcement when the dog or puppy does a behavior that I want it to do. I will use the treat to entice the dog into the position where he will do the command that I want him to do. Once it's completed, he gets the treat as a reward. What I find is that using treats really facilitates the training of a dog or a puppy and really accelerates the process. Now, I'm not a fan of giving dogs treats for the rest of their lives, so I use the treats in the beginning, and then I substitute treats. I substitute praise, affection, petting the dog, the high-pitched voice, that type of behavior to the dog instead of the treat. And then I gradually wean the dog off the treats, so you don't need them for treats anymore, or you don't need to give the dogs treats constantly. And generally I'll do this with the treats for the first month or two that I have the puppy, and then I expect that behavior after I get it. So here's basically what we have, the types of treats that I use. Now, first of all, I would say treats come in all different shapes, sizes, and ingredients. There's bakeries devoted to just pet foods, dog biscuits and things like that. I'm not going to go too crazy on that kind of stuff. I train a lot of puppies, so I need to find something economical that works very, very effectively. And here are the three things that I use every single day when I'm training puppies. The first, everybody has seen, is just basically kind of the biscuity type of dog treat. They break in half, they're crunchy, milk bone, if you I grew up with milk bones, and or my dogs did, and those types of things. But easy to break off, little pieces, you can use those. I like to use these when I bring puppies in. I'll walk right over to the crate, I'll shake the bag so they associate the sound of the treat with actually getting the treat, and I'll just walk over to their crate or kennel, toss it in, and they go in after it and I close it. So going into the crate now by using the treats becomes a positive experience. So these are the biscuits treats. This is a 1-pound bag, costs about $6. I got this at a local store here called Agway. These are available everywhere in every pet store. The other type of treat I use is basically it's freeze-dried liver treats. Freeze-dried liver sounds delicious, doesn't it? I tell you, the dogs love it. You get a big tub of this. It's like 14 ounces, and inside you'll see there's all these little square, dry to the touch chips of freeze-dried liver treats. And the thing that I like about these is they don't get your fingers wet. You can put them in your pocket and forget about them, and 3 or 4 days later you don't have to throw your clothes out. They're very simple to break, and when I use these, you don't need to give a whole big chunk to a puppy or even a dog. Just break off a tiny little piece and then you use that. Very, very effective. It keeps a long time. You can put it in little bags in your pocket, and it's not going to go bad. Again, liver treats. This is pretty pricey though. This little tub here is about $30. And depending on how liberal you are with the treats, it will last you accordingly. But this is probably the staple that I use the most in terms of when I'm actually doing the training with the puppies. Now, there's another one that I really like. Not available everywhere, but I think it's a Midwest company, Bill Jack. They make delicious little liver treat pellets. Now these are a little bit different than the freeze-dried, whereas they're a little moist, and you can squish these down. Again, you can break off little pieces. It's more has more of a smell to it than the freeze-dried, and I like to use these if I have a puppy that's maybe not responding to the other treats. And so really what it's about when you use these treats is to find the right one that your particular dog or puppy likes, and then use that particular one. So basically that's what I have for treats. These are the types of treats I use, and what we're going to do here in a few seconds is just kind of show you some possible ways that you can use treats to begin training your dog or puppy. What I want to show you now is just one of the ways that I use treats to help make my life a little bit easier when training puppies. So what you're going to see now is I'm going to let a couple of the puppies in the other room. I'm going to come in here. I want to get the puppies in the crate, but I don't want to be screaming their name and yelling come and crate and all these different words. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk in here, I'm going to shake my little treat container here, and what you're going to see is I've got the puppies, so every time we come in the house, I come right directly to their crate, shake the treats, toss a couple in. So what I'm doing is I'm getting the dogs used to every single time they come in the house, rather than run all over the place, they run right into their crate. And that way they get used to being in their crate, they're sleeping through the night in the crate becomes a good, happy place. So stay tuned and watch what happens. Puppy! Come. So there you have it. I got 2 puppies into 1 crate. I didn't have to scream. I didn't have to holler. They're not barking because they're in there. And it's all because I've used treats in just the right amount to initiate the behavior and to teach the puppies that the crate is a great place to be. This is a great tool. You're going to use this crate throughout your entire training process, so you want to make sure the dog gets used to it and has a good, happy, pleasant experience. Good puppy. So now you have a better idea of what exactly treats are and the different types of treats, or some of the different types of treats, and how they can be used. In our next video, what I'm going to show you is a lot of different ways and techniques that we can use with treats to initiate the various commands that we want. How to sit, how to heel, how to come, how to lay down. And we're going to show you the very beginning stages of what will soon be a very well-trained puppy.